gonna get a shower this morning. It's 18 degrees, super cold. So I'm not gonna use the truck for the shower. I'm just gonna go to Pilot. What's going on? So I need to get a shower and a large coffee. There it goes. So the showers here aren't too bad. Give you a towel, shower, toilet, sink. Give you a little towel for pushing up your stuff. So I'm going to hop in the shower. Alright, looking out over our landscape here, you can see fog in the valley, and there was some frost last night. So we're gonna get packed up. I'm gonna head to the Verizon store and trade in my phone for the new iPhone 12 Pro Max. I have the 11 Pro Max, but as I do a lot of content creation, I'm gonna get the updated phone. Good, how you doing? Do you have any 512 gigabyte iPhone 12 Pro Maxes?
I'm gonna send you a link, and then you're gonna press yes and allow.
Right. Alright, so that was a 3-hour process, 3.5-hour process, but finally got the new iPhone 12 Pro Max, and yeah, so so we're gonna head towards Denver and past. I think we're about 7 hours away. We're probably gonna drive 8 to 9 hours today and get down into Kansas. Well, I'm in Frisco, Colorado for the second time. I'm gonna go to Which Superior Sandwiches and see if it's any good. So the Starbucks in Frisco closes at 5 p.m. It's open from 4 a.m. to 5 p.m. So I had to get some honest, organic, golden turmeric pineapple herbal tea, some sea salt and cracked pepper chips from a bougie store, and then I got a BLT sandwich, which apparently is a wrap from Which. Yeah, it's on bread, it's not a wrap. Good morning. It is Saturday, November 14th. Well, it's okay. About 2 o'clock in the morning. So it's a Friday night, and I parked in the Love's parking lot. I didn't park over in the semi section. I parked in the parking lot right next to the drive-through for the Carl's Jr. that's in the Love's. And I didn't really put 2 and 2 together that it's Friday night, and so right when the bars let out, I guess. I didn't think the bars were open, but anyway, about 2 a.m. in the morning, bunch of traffic with kind of some younger crowds, loud music, and out in the parking lot and hooping and hollering and going to get something to eat from Carl's Jr. But that lasted about an hour, and then I finally got to sleep probably 3 o'clock time frame, and slept until it's currently 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna get up, go in the Love's, take a shower, come back, probably edit the video for yesterday, and I won't be able to upload it here, but I'll upload it to when I get 5G, or if if I find a hot spot that's fast. So the Love showers are newer. This facility's newer. A little bigger than the pilots. They're more expensive too. They're $13 versus $10. Got a shower. I was gonna go ahead and edit the footage from last night, but I've decided to just go ahead and get on the road and try to get that knocked out tonight. So if I can get some mileage this morning during the daylight hours, so I have to drive at night, I think it's gonna be a better situation for me overall. But I am gonna film today's trip just on the iPhone 12 Pro Max only to see how that goes. That wind is definitely kicking. It's front-facing camera, by the way, on the 12 Pro. So it's gonna make for an interesting day. I'm guessing there's probably a cold front moving in, there's clouds coming in, and but it doesn't really impact me at all. I think, so I've spent $23 on showers just in 2 days, and that's not sustainable by any means. I've just been driving. I've also been buying, I probably spent, I don't know, $30 on food probably already. So I mean, just in 2 days between food and 2 showers, I've got $50 to $60. And again, that is definitely not sustainable. So I'm just gonna go back to, I've been lazy about the shower. I haven't wanted to set up a shower in here. Again, just because of long days driving. So what I'm gonna do is, from here on out, I'm gonna start just cooking my own food like I normally do, take the shower. I have 2 different ways to heat water now. I can use the electric probe that you stick into water and it'll bring it up to boiling. It does tax my Battleborn battery system, my 200 amp hours, but as long as I do it in the morning and drive all day, so if I heat up a kettle to make coffee, I use the foodie or the microwave to make food, and then I use the probe to heat up water, it's going to run my batteries pretty low, not deplete them, but it will run them to at least 40%, I would imagine, if not 30%. But if I do that in the morning, then I'm fine, because with 200 amp hours and my total input on a bright sunny day is about, I believe, 62 amps. It charges my entire system in about 3 hours, I believe. So, and then in the evening I can just use it to cook. And then I also have the Jolka hot water heater, or the hot tap, and I can set that up as well. The main reason I don't want to use it right now is just because it's winter time, and even though it doesn't get really, even when it's freezing outside, it doesn't get super cold back here in the back, just because the exhaust is running on the truck, and so it kind of, resonates that heat off. I still don't want to have water in that system unless I absolutely have to, or have the ability to, take the time, make sure it's completely drained and all that. So I think that's what I'm going to do from here on out, is just I can still stay at these locations so that I can get fuel or whatever I need, use the bathrooms. But I'm just going to go ahead and probably go to the far back lot to take a shower, because I'll see water coming out. But when I take a shower in the truck, it's not going to be that much water, maybe a 2 to 3 gallon shower, if that. Well, I'm going to smell like diesel all day because the wind just blew diesel all over me. It is blowing probably sustained 40 miles an hour. So it's blowing the trash can out into the parking lot. It blew the trash can all the way from there. Well, all the way from there, but on the other side of that truck, over there. And there's some little doggies. Well, I went from the smoke in California to the dust in eastern Colorado. It is 40-mile-an-hour winds, and you really can't see anything. It's just hazy and dusty. Tons of tumbleweed. Maybe once I get further east, I'll get some clear air for a change. So just entered Nebraska. there was no sign that I saw that said "Welcome to Nebraska." There was only reason I knew that I crossed over into Nebraska was because I saw the "Welcome to Colorful Colorado" sign on the other side of the road. So that's a first, unless it's just further down the road here. I don't know. Take the journey that built America: historical exhibit and gift shop. It also looks like an old fort as well, so maybe it's reference to the late 1800s, early 1900s history. Coming into the outskirts of Omaha, Nebraska, and the state line. It's 1700. Made pretty good progress today. We have gone through the entire state of Nebraska. We're coming up on the Missouri River, which is the state line between Nebraska and Iowa. And there is the People of Iowa Welcome You sign. Fields of Opportunity. I'm going to stop at the first rest area here and I think make some dinner. Truck is taking up half of the dang I don't know why it's not in the truck area, unless it must have been here overnight, it broke down or something. That may be the case. I've got the heater going and I'm going to make some croissants. Take that back. I'm actually going to make these beef tenderloin filet mignons. Some frozen Brussels sprouts. I'll need the pressure cooking lid. I'm going to put these in the bottom. Got the little oil in a bag, brown rice packs. I am going to not boil them in a bag. I always forget to turn on my mic. So I think that will this fit? No, the Brussels sprouts are gonna have to go on the rack. Okay, I need some water in there. And I do not have my cup. I will have to just put it in there. Oh, from this size. Right there. Oh. A little more water. There we go.
Alright, now this goes on. And really I should do the Brussels sprouts after, but that's fine. There is one. There's two. I don't know what these are. Oh, it's the pins to keep the bacon on. I don't know if I can cook that or not. I'm gonna take that off. I don't want that to melt. Well, good thing I saw those. They're probably designed to stay on, but I don't really know. Turn it to seal. Well, it's my maiden voyage of the foodie in the truck. I've got 2 filet mignons in there with some Brussels sprouts and rice. Set for pressure at 5 minutes. It has to build up the pressure first. Cook for 5 minutes and we have to air crisp it. And the taxation on my system right now is 1100 watts is what it's pulling, and it's pulled my batteries down to 11.2 volts, and that's 1100. So that right there is the volts, and then when it comes back around, that's showing you the watts in kilowatts. So 1.6 kilowatts. All right, so it's done. It's now in warm-up mode. So let's release the pressure. All right, so let's take the lid off. And let's get a brief idea of where we're at, temperature-wise. So it looks like, let's see here. So we still have to cook it on the air crisp mode for about 5 minutes. We're about 115 area. So now we're going to close this. We're going to go to air crisp 390, and we're going to do 6 minutes. Oops, I always do that. Instead of hitting start, I always hit the power button. Air crisp 390, 6 minutes, start. And that is pulling only 1,000 watts. I'm sorry, it's 1,300 watts. That's what it's pulling. My battery's down to 10.7 volts. All right, so it's completed. So let's check the temperature, see what we're at. Zoom into that. So if we're at 140, between 140 and 160, I would be happy with that. It may need to go a little longer. Looks like we're just getting to 130. That rice is definitely done though. Oh, there we go, 130. Further down in there. Oh, there's 140. Still climbing. So it looks like it's gonna be good. We're gonna cut one and see. So let's see what it looks like inside. Oh yeah, look at that. That is looking perfectly cooked. Let's take a quick test. Yeah. Good. And our rice is done in there as well. And I think the Brussels sprouts should definitely be done. Oh yeah, they're nice and moist. Yeah. So, at a rest stop somewhere in Iowa, we're having filet mignon with rice and Brussels sprouts. I just need to get the soy sauce out. All right, so we're getting all packed up. Treehouse is down. Everything's closed. Rear cam looks good. Gonna get back on the road, and I'd like to knock out at least five more hours. That'll put us to midnight. Man, but that's okay. That's kind of okay. I mean, I really don't mind that too much. I may stop and get a energy drink, and then we'll be good to go.
Continue straight for 6 minutes to I-80 East, Des Moines.
Alright, so we're cruising along here at 70 miles an hour on I-80 towards Des Moines. We're 15 hours away from our destination, so 5 more hours, and I need to send a message to Will and see what time they open on Monday.